And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Anytime you're talking about fundamentals in a market and direction, fundamentals take a little bit of time to play out.
We got crude oil today, kind of trading yesterday's value area really nicely, low to high.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good afternoon, friends and traders. I am Dan Hodgman. Welcome to the Market Recap. It is Monday, September 27th. The last week of September. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the year. And man, oh man, we had an interesting day, right? We had a lot of overnight moves thinking, man, we might have some potential here today for some big opportunities. Well, not quite the case for the most part. You've got crude oil continuing this strong 4 or 5 day rally here. That thing just continues to keep grinding higher. You've got S&P 500 and the Nasdaq up pretty nicely last night. Both of those start to break during the London session pretty much, and the sell-off was on. You started to catch a little bit of a bid in them throughout the rest of the day. S&Ps kind of rallied a little bit back to settlements, broke right back to those overnight lows. Once again, getting close to settlement price. Really a relatively tight range, about 20 handles up and down, 15 handles, give or take, up and down. The Nasdaq, pretty choppy, but checks out a couple unchecked points of control here today. Breaks through one of them, but recovers nicely there, gives some opportunity back to the upside, a little bit of a relief. Never makes it all the way back to settlement price, but we found some resistance as that market approached a couple of our moving averages that we talk about regularly. Gold, other hand there, you got a little pop off the open, but since John kind of spoke this morning, that thing's done nothing, and the same principle pretty much applies to the rest of these markets. You got the euro kind of choppy, working its way sideways, and the same goes for the 10-year note. A couple things to note. Whoops, sorry, I knocked the camera there. A couple things to note. Thursday, there's not going to be a market recap. There's going to be another Q&A. Me and Michael will be sitting down, and you're going to see a different backdrop, different setting. I'll be in the office with Michael. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk everything Top Step and trading related, so make sure you guys join us. You should be getting an email. I think it was today or tomorrow. I'm not sure when. If you want to submit questions ahead of time, or if you just want to wait until then, you can always drop them in there. China now struggling a little bit as it relates to some blackouts. They've got some power issues going on. A lot of concerns going on. Power shortages all across the place. Factories. Yeah, this is partially why you're seeing some fear in the Nasdaq, right? You get the Dow was up 150, I think, at one point today. I think ending the day, I think that one's going to end the day more near 100, but I'm not 100% sure. But you got companies like Apple and Tesla having to actually shut down factories, while others are actually operating by candlelight. We know there's some concerns going on in China. They are seeing a surge of COVID as well. Do these shutdowns continue? Do they get this power back up? I'm curious. How long can this last? Does it continue? If it does, do these markets continue to spill over? Do we see Nasdaq go back to those correction territories? Do we start to see that happen? I don't know, but I'm going to be paying close attention to everything going on in China. Hang Seng will be that market to watch pre-US Open, so keep an eye on that Hang Seng. We'll see how that one continues to move forward. All right. That's kind of our major news. We do have stuff going on. If you're a natural gas trader, we're going to be getting into that product here soon. We're going to start touching on that one a little bit more regularly. Natural gas up quite a bit here today. Treasury yields, that 10-year yield tops 1.5% for the first time in a while. That's kind of showing a little bit of life to the Dow. But you got yields up. You got the Dow happy, but you get NASDAQ spilling over a little bit. Times are interesting. Leads to some opportunity, maybe. We'll see what happens. Let's go take a look at these markets here and go from there. As always, though, I want to say hello to everyone first. Brian, good to see you. Ricardo, Eddie, good to see you. PD Legend, noticing points of control get respected and tested a lot more often than settlement price. It's a good note there to pay attention to. Absolutely, we're seeing those come into play a lot more than settlement price. That settlement price trade, it's a very important trade if you know what you're looking for. It can really be beneficial for you, right? You see something like the Nasdaq opening up today and making the initial move lower with settlement price in the Nasdaq. Whoops, where's my board here? 15,318, but that market opening up 150 points lower. It's a tough move to see that market rotate higher when the flip side, that thing went lower. So you got to really just kind of pay attention where we are. Euro, that could have been a market today that closes the gap to settlement price, never did. S&P though, S&P opens up away from settlement price and gets a nice move up. We'll take a look. Let's just go ahead and take a look at these charts and go from there. All right, here we go. As always, we're starting with our crude oil. Not much to say. Crude oil has been in a trend higher. Our job is to find the weak points, find those dips, and move to the upside with it. Relatively tight range. Value area today, 75.60, 75.34. I'm going to sit here and just be completely blunt and honest. This was a very difficult trade. Very, very difficult trade when you're seeing these very tight ranges. So what you're looking for here, all we want to do are find pullbacks to see if we can go with the trend. That's about all I have for us. Market opens up, makes the initial move higher. We only tested those opening range highs towards the end of the day. But for me, all I'm seeing here, all I saw all day, slight little pullback. You're looking for the pullback. You're trying to get this thing to pop higher. Really tight range compared to what we've been seeing over the last few weeks. So I don't really want to get in too much detail on that one. There isn't a whole lot to talk about. But this market here, you got settlement price in the S&P 500, 44.45 3/4, 44.45 3/4. And what happens to be the nice little swing high of the day? Market opens up away from settlement price. Come checks overnight low. Rejects that overnight low and recovers right back to settlement price, which happens to be our 20-period EMA. How often do these moving averages really come into play nicely? It's one worth keeping an eye on. We rejected settlement price, checked those lows once again, rallied right back up to that 20-period EMA and broke right back down. When a market comes out and defines nice ranges for us, it really is setting up huge opportunity to execute, right? We watch rejection at overnight lows. Boom, here's our chance to get the buy. And where are we looking at that thing? We're looking for that market to rotate back towards settlement price. We rotate back to settlement price. Settlement price sells back one more time. We rotate right back to those lows and one more time back up. So we've got a nice little range defined for us. A lot of good opportunity here. Next, let's go ahead and look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, a little bit different situation. We said settlement price all the way up here at 318 3/4. Market opens up extremely far away from it. We were at yesterday's point of control. Finally, Friday's point of control. We get a nice little check at that. But here's what I like to see. Once we opened up, we started to make the move lower. This is where you got to be patient. This is where sitting here and watching this market off that open is going to help you know when to take that move. We watched the quick pop here, right? We watched this quick little pop. And as soon as that market, you could see it, just watching how order flow was coming in, watching the dome, paying attention to how this was moving. You saw it pretty quickly, the quick rejection. We started making lower highs. Once this market started to rotate lower, here's where my eyes ran to. I was looking right down here at 15,160. So we got a nice 50-point move right off the open. Really great opportunity. The market continued lower. I didn't really see much down below. Continued all the way down to a last breakout once we started to break into this range. Now, we rejected there pretty quickly. We came right back up to Friday's point of control. And boom, another opportunity. We hadn't checked this during regular trading hours just yet. Market breaks off of Friday's point of control, and we rotated lower one more time until we came back right up to that point of control, as well as some of our moving averages. Next, let's go ahead and look at the gold market. Like we said, gold wasn't all over the place today. We got tighter ranges, but choppy off the open. The open finally gets a little bit of a bid. And once again, what are we starting to do? We're starting to define a little bit of a channel for this market to trade within. All I'm looking at here is I'm looking at where we opened up. We opened up right at point of control from yesterday, or Friday, excuse me. It is Monday. So we opened up right at point of control from Friday. We catch a nice little rally to the upside. We come and check Friday's regular trading hour high, continue moving through almost to overnight highs. We break right down once again, rotating right back to settlement price of 1751.70, 1751.70. And that to me was a great chance. Watching this market rotate lower, run it down to settlement price. We move through settlement price nicely, and then we turn into a little bit of a sideways trade. Next, let's go ahead and look at the euro. It's like we said, euro. Whoops, no, we don't want to do that. All right, euro, chop, very choppy, but off the open, if we sat on our hands just a little bit, it defined a range for us. This market runs up to really nicely multiple times today, 117.25, 117.25. What does that happen to be pretty darn close to? Friday's value area low, which continued to reject this market. Market rejects Friday's value area low, rotates lower, and we defined a nice range day here today. So we're seeing movement right up to value area low, rejects, we rotate lower. That's really the opportunity. We're looking for moves based off of levels that we're seeing reactions to. We get reaction quite consistently today right at Friday's value area low. Next, let's go ahead and look at the 10-year note. And I see a bunch of comments coming in. We'll touch on those in just a moment. 10-year note, like we said, market opens up, catches a little bit of a bid, but yields are down, or yields are up. Treasuries should be down. Market, as yields increase, treasuries start to work lower. Really tough to trade this one. Yields are the talk of the town. Nothing down below, but if yields continue to rise, look for treasuries continue to sell off. All right, guys, I see some comments coming in here. Let's see if we can touch on these. All right. Yep, MP will be back. Tends to be close to each other. Yeah, for sure. Hey, NM, good to see you. Spencer, good to see you. Difficult, right? Should have sat on my head. Sometimes the biggest opportunity in the day is to do absolutely nothing at all, and that's okay. That's one of the greatest things about being a trader. We get to make that decision. If you're not seeing it, if you're not feeling it, if you don't feel right, sit on your hands, go outside, go do something. We got 82 degrees here in southeastern Wisconsin. I'm sure looking forward to getting away from this desk. Yeah, crude's tough, guys, right? We were looking for bigger ranges. Our expectations have been set. We're seeing bigger moves. We're seeing dollar and a half moves. And when this thing falls into a value area that's really only trading 30 cents, well, a lot of times 30 cents might be the risk in the trade that you're looking at, right? That's tough. You could sit in a trade all day and get nowhere. Skipping marking settlement the past few days and highlighting point of control for prior days for the levels makes sense as targets and resistance. All right, if that works for you. I could not look at charts without settlement price. I know I don't always have them on the charts that we look at. Those are not my personal charts. If you can see me here, I'm always turning back to the screen that I'm looking at right now. I keep all my settlement there. I couldn't function without knowing where settlement price is. But if you can do it, good on you. Got chopped up in ES. I thought market would continue lower. Hey, that's not a bad thing to think about, but also we got to look at other fundamentals, right? You've got the Dow is up. You've got treasury yields increasing. That's going to bring excitement and positivity to the stock market. So, you got to think about those fundamentals too. Where are we trading at versus where's this thing going to get to at the end of the day? Our job as day traders is really not to worry about the overall direction, but where can we find opportunity within the day? Gold, if it was good for you, great job, Charles. Natural gas was good today. Was afraid to take it. A market that's moving, such as natural gas right now, you gotta have deep pockets, right? It's a difficult trade. There are times we're gonna get lucky. We'll make some money there. But I look at it when the market's moving that intensely. That's where I have to back off. I'm not looking to put that kind of risk on. I know we're going to start talking about that here in the coming weeks on the forecast and recap, so we'll be diving into that one, but you got to be really careful in a market like that. I think today was up 600 plus ticks, really huge moves. broke, I believe it was last week's high or the prior high. We broke that. So really crazy market there. Getting a little concerned. Winter's around the corner. We get a little chilly here in Wisconsin, and I know my heat runs off natural gas. So could be an expensive gas bill each month this winter. Hopefully not. Yeah, Hope's right about this trades that scare you. For a lot of people, that's really the case. Justin, good to see you. It has been doing a Bitcoin-ish. I like that, how we're going to use Bitcoin as an adjective. Awesome. Oh, Michael, I'm in Lake Geneva, not too far from Racine, so pretty close. Federico, good to see you as well. Awesome. I don't know what the tick values there are. All right. What else we got going on? Bitcoin. Let's touch on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin trading today up a little bit. Remember, China has said no Bitcoins to be used. Whoops, this is the wrong one. I updated my charting. Let's see here. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now trading 42,850. Remember, we're long that one, 34,000. Other ones that we are talking about regularly. Airbnb, remember, we're long that $148. That's up to $174.26. Good movement here today. About a $5 range. Ending down just slightly. Tesla to the moon, even though they're shutting factories down in China. Tesla up another 2.2% today, or $17, up to $791 a share. You got GameStop. The meme stocks, gosh, they're fun to watch. GameStop trading $189.48. Still off those $200 marks, so let's keep an eye on that one if you still have some in there. AMC selling off today down to $39.30. One I did forget. Let's pull it up. Robinhood, the Hood, as their acronym is, down a little bit, $44.76. And lastly, you've got the VIX. VIX moving today. We're back under 20. We opened up right around 19.25, broke down to 18, and end of the day right at 18.85. So good movement there. Now, things to pay attention to here going forward. This week, big lot coming out this week. Tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, you're going to have international trading goods. You got consumer confidence coming out at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on those ones. And Wednesday, crude numbers. Thursday's where things start to pick back up. GDP, jobless claims. Friday, personal income outlays, ISM manufacturing. So tomorrow, 7:30, pay attention. International trading goods. 9 a.m. consumer confidence. Pay attention to that. And you're going to see a bunch of people speaking in the afternoon and into the evening tomorrow. All right, that's what we got there. Let's touch on this date in history and get the heck out of here. I think I've got one solid one. Maybe not. I swore I did. All right, I don't. All right, everybody, that's what I got for us here today. Remember, Thursday, 3 p.m., during the recap. We're not going to have a recap. It'll be Q&A. Me and Michael sitting down at the office in Chicago. We're going to take all sorts of questions, be it Top Step and as well as trading. So make sure you guys join us. Emails going out. You can always email in your questions that you have for us ahead of time. So awesome. That's what we got there. John will be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Time with the market forecast. So until then, stay safe, wash your hands, trade smart, and trade well. Look forward to seeing you guys in the markets. Take care, everybody.